There are countless ways, just countless ways in which the Omoluabi people, the Yoruba people talk about the wicked dynamic or the wicked paradigm or the wicked reality of the world in which we live. They refer to it as Aye, and we could spend all day talking about the countless sayings and the countless songs that have been made over time talking about this singular reality. Is it King Sunny Ade? Ẹ̀bẹ̀ la máa báyé káyé mọ̀mọ̀ bá wa jà o. Aṣọ iyì kan máa fàya mọ́ wa lára. Ayé lè o Adégòkè mi ayé mọ̀lé. Or is it his more recent? Ayé ń retí ẹlẹ́yà mi o. Wọ́n ń retí ẹlẹ́yà mi o lójoojúmọ́. Or is it Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey? Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ẹ ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́. Báyé bá ń fẹ́ kó rọra jayé o. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní fọ̀rọ̀ àforí ẹni. Or is it Tunji Oyelano and the Benders? Ènìyàn bí àparò lọ́mọ aráyé ń fẹ́ o. Ènìyàn bí àparò lọ́mọ aráyé ń fẹ́. Or is it Dele Taiwo? Wá o bọ̀bọ̀, jẹ́ ká ṣọ́ra fáyé. Wá o bèbí, jẹ́ ká ṣọ́ra fáyé. Ìkà wo láṣọ yìí o, orí ẹni ló ń yọ ni. Àwọn ẹ̀dá ò fẹ́ ní fọ̀rọ̀, orí ló ń gbé ni. Ayé tó tó ayé, àkámọ̀ra o, ìgbòwúrọ̀ ẹlòmíràn, wọ́n á sọdọ̀sán, ìgbọ̀sán ẹlòmíràn, wọ́n á sọdòru. Ayé tó tó ayé, mo ṣí fìlà o, ayé yìí lé o, ayé. Or is it Queen Salawa Abeni? Bẹ̀ráyé ẹ sáfáyé o, bẹ̀ráyé ẹ sáfáyé, ọ̀rọ̀ Abẹ́ní kì í ṣe bínú, ẹ̀dá tó bá ń ṣeré kì í gbèrò bí. Ọ̀rọ̀ Abẹ́ní kì í ṣe bínú o, and so on and so forth. Now, I have sang this plethora of songs not just to enjoy myself. I mean, that was a part of it, but to underscore the importance that the Yoruba people, the Omoluabi's place on the comprehension and the understanding of this one reality. Because what I want to tell you now is not going to be easy for some of us to accept. In fact, some are going to argue with the very philosophy. So I sang all those songs by all those fantastic musicians to highlight and to underscore the fact that this philosophy did not originate with me. The Omoluabis think that it is so important that they have 100,000 songs and 100,000 sayings dedicated to this singular reality, to this one paradigm. Before we proceed though, I should translate all those songs for those who don't understand Yoruba and who weren't able to follow. All those songs are essentially saying the same thing. In fact, to show you that this concept or this philosophy is a philosophy of life and not just a philosophy of a particular set of people, I am going to go in the complete opposite direction and use the Bible to translate everything that I have just sang. And we go to Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9. The human heart is the most deceitful of all things and is desperately wicked. That's it. That is essentially what all those singers were singing and were saying. That yes, it is a beautiful world and you will find kindness in this world, but human nature at its core is wicked and deceitful, and that you should be very careful. Now, you kind of probably know this already. You didn't need me to tell you that. But the thing is that when we hear these things, when we hear about Aye, and then we hear about the wicked world, when we hear people talk about how the world is wicked, we tend to think that they are talking about other people. You know, we tend to think that it's not me, it's not me. Me, I am good, I am mostly good. Me, I am not like that. And it is all those other people that they are talking about and all of that. No, it is all of us. We are the collective of humanity. You and I are the world people, if I can put it that way. Yes, there are truly wicked people in the world whom life will specifically and specially punish when the time for their reckoning comes. But by and large, when the Yorubas say, when the Omoluabis, when they say Aye, they are referring to everyday people, you and I. Do you not gossip about other people? Okay, let's not use gossip. That's such a dirty word and we run away from it. Do you not talk about other people? I know that I do, and I'm still working on it. And unless you're going to deceive yourself, you do too. You know you do. The great philosopher said, the words of a gossip are like choice morsels, like tasty bites. They go down to the inmost parts. Gossip is wrong, but it is delicious. And all of us do it, no matter how we like to code it as talking or package it as talking. And this is why I am never afraid to admit that when I hear that something good has happened for someone else, even if I don't know that person, my first instinct or my first reaction to that news of another person's promotion or success is not always joy. Talk much more of if the person is somebody whom I consider a contemporary or with whom I am in the same industry or we're doing the same type of business. Especially if I am going through something at that point and things are not working out especially well for me. Maybe sometimes I am glad for them if it is something that I don't want or if it is in a world that is completely removed from my own world. But for you to get something that I have deeply desired and that I don't have, for you to get that promotion or success or for you to get that joy, my first and instinctive reaction is not always joy for you. Now, I know that you are more advanced and evolved than I am, I know, but me, I am still working on it. When something good happens for somebody else and it is something that I desire but that I don't have, and I say that I am happy for you, at the time that I am saying it, I am truly trying to be happy for you, but it's a conscious effort that I am making. And what happens is that as I consciously work on being happy for you, after a while, that becomes the reality and then I truly become happy for you. At other times, the end point of working on myself is that I'm not happy for you. I don't get there. I don't get to be happy for you, but I am neither bitter nor envious. I reach a point of equanimity and I say, hey, good for them. Perhaps mine will come too. But you see, all of that does not come naturally to me. Why? Because that goes against human nature. You can deny and be sanctimonious all you want, but it's been proven over the ages. Chief Ebenezer Obey said, "Ẹ̀dá ò fẹ́ ká jẹ, ẹ̀dá ò fẹ́ ká mu o, ẹ̀dá ò fẹ́ ká ra mọ́tò ká kọ́lé, ṣé kò sẹ́ni tó dùn mọ́ ò bí òṣòlúwa." Simple translation, nobody wants you to succeed except your creator. Simple, nobody. And so I work on myself daily with the objective of being a better person, so that after that initial reaction of envy, I can check myself and say, no, celebrate with them. Or if you cannot celebrate, at the very least, don't be bitter or bitter, as the English would say. In the words of Otumba Wasiu Alabi Pasuma, "Ebabonire yokire yin lete yin lowo jeun soke." Celebrate with those who celebrate so that even you can celebrate later. In other words, live and let live. But you see, the reality is that not everybody can manage this. And so, it has been age-old and generational wisdom that in as much as you celebrate your wins and your promotions and your successes and your blessings in life, which you should do from time to time, actually, you should celebrate. But as much as you do that, do it with some restraint. And now we're getting into the mid of the matter. We're getting into the center of the matter that I want us to talk about. I know that we live in the world of social media now and the world of pepper them, as we call it. Pepper them. Show them your blessings. Pepper them. But be careful with how and what you show. The reality of life is that it will not always be sunshine and roses forever. Things will not always be on the up and up forever. If you're up today, then know that for sure there's going to come a period of a dip or a downturn. I am not cursing you. That's just life. It goes up, it comes down. Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey said again, we go to Chief Commander again. Bó ti wù kórun kó mú tó, sọmọ dúdú díẹ̀ yóò wá. Bó ti wù káyé wà láyọ̀, yóò lákòókò ẹkún rẹ̀. Gbàdúrà wa ọba olóore, gẹ́gẹ́ bá wa ti ké pé ọ. Má ṣe jẹ́ kọ́mọ rẹ̀ ráhùn, látúbọ̀tán ayé wa. Ẹ rọra fẹ̀sọ̀ máa jayé, báyé bájá kò ṣe so. Ẹ rọra fẹ̀sọ̀ máa jayé, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Oh boy, I'm enjoying myself. Look, all of that just means that no matter how bright the skies are, no matter how bright things are today, dark clouds are going to appear at some point. Success will slow down at some point, and then hopefully it will pick up again. However, part of what will help us to recover when the success has slowed down and we're in the dark valley is the degree to which we were restrained with showing our wealth and our success and our blessings to the world, when everything was rosy and going very well. Think about it. If you have not shown us too much of your success by flaunting and rubbing your riches in our faces, our level and energy of envy and jealousy towards you will be greatly reduced and ameliorated, because you haven't given us too much to feed on. You haven't fed us too much. Because believe it or not, the energies that people put out in your direction matter. Or it matters, which is why the Omoluabi say, "Ẹni táyé bá ń fẹ́ kò lárùn kan lára." He who is loved by people can do no wrong. Flaunting wealth and showing off your riches doesn't endear you to people. Never mind how much they are hailing and praising you in the comment section. Ẹnu tí wọ́n fi pé adé gún, òun náà ni wọ́n fi pé adé ò gún mọ́. Again, we go to the Bible for our translation to prove to you that this is a reality and a proverb and wisdom of life. The Bible says, or we can learn from the Bible, that those who say Hosanna today will say crucify him tomorrow. The more wealth and blessings you flaunt, especially in a world where the gap between the haves and the have-nots, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen, the more wealth that you flaunt, the more hate, bile, jealousy, and envy that you will generate from people. Even if they don't tell you, even if they hail you, even if they come to your comment section and hail you, say, right on. Inside them, it's not quite the same. Think about it for a minute. If you pepper them, as we say, what reaction do you think you're going to get? If I take pepper and I put it in your eyes, or I rub it all over your body, which is metaphorically what we're doing when we say pepper them, that's what we're doing. Isn't it the height of delusion for me to expect you to be happy with me? I mean, after putting pepper in your eyes and rubbing pepper all over your body, then I expect you to be happy with me. I mean, that's just delusion. Do we not have enough problems by ourselves without having to generate negative energy with our own hands, using the blessings that life has given us? Secondly, and more importantly, and I have alluded to this already, part of what will help us to recover when our success slows down and we're in the dark valley is the degree to which we have sheltered ourselves and didn't flaunt our wealth and blessings when everything was rosy and going well. Because if we have not shown people too much of our success, then they will also not know too much about us when we're going through challenges, when we're dealing with challenges, or we're going through a dark place, since we have not made it a duty or a habit to show them the state of our lives on social media. Nobody talks about this, but from what I have noticed, the degree to which you have shown the world your upside on social media is the same degree and proportion to which they will come for you and attack you when things are not working out or when you hit a bump in the road. That's the irony. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying don't show out every now and again. I'm not saying don't show them stuff every now and again. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, yeah? And this is the world in which we live now, where people are flighty and vain and they respect you more when you show stuff. And so we must play along to a degree. But the point here is play with sense. For example, here's a suggestion. Every time you show off wealth or your blessings or your successes, and it is not tied to a milestone, it's not tied to a birthday or a graduation or a house dedication or some other thing, and you're just showing off, you must be able to calculate empirically how that display of affluence or ostentation, how it is helping your work or your job or your calling or your destiny, or how it is adding money to your pocket directly. If all you can say is that, well, it's just helping my brand, and you cannot point to how it is doing that exactly in dollars and cents, then maybe you want to think about that strategy again. Again, as I have said, sometimes there needs to be no reason. Fun is allowed sometimes, have fun. But that cannot be the modus every day. Look, we would all do well to remember the words of Shola Alison, even as we navigate this treacherous world in which we live. Lámọ̀rin dọ́lọ́rọ̀ ó láyé ń fẹ́hun, ó kápá sókè ó ń yan fanda, kò wojú ilẹ̀ pó tilẹ̀ ń yọ ni, kò láròjinlẹ̀ pẹ̀ǹkùlé lọ́tà wá, inú ilé rẹ̀ gangan la ṣe ní gbé. Ayé ò fẹ́ o, ènìyàn ò fẹ́, ayé ò fẹ́ o, ènìyàn ò fẹ́, ènìyàn ò fẹ́ ká gbẹ́rù dórí rárá, orí ẹni náà ní yọ ni. Ayé ò fẹ́ ká rẹ̀rù ká sọ, orí ẹni náà ní yọ ni. I just love that song. ò bá tiẹ̀ díjú kó ṣe bí ẹni kú, kó wẹni tó máa ṣe dárò ẹ, ayé ò fẹ́ o. Pretend to die, just pretend to die for a minute, and you will be shocked by the people who you think care about you, but who won't give a damn if they heard that you died. Look, when you eventually make it, and you will make it, I mean, you're watching these types of videos and you've watched this all the way till this point, so why shouldn't you make it? When you eventually make it, there will be no need to flaunt your wealth. Have you heard that you cannot hide a city on a hill? A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Again, I go to Baba Commander Ebenezer Obey. Olówó láyé mọ́, Èdùmàrè fún mi ní tèmi, kí n má ṣàsíni wáyé, kí n má ṣàkóbàtà fẹ́gbẹ́ mi. Ẹni lówó ló lára, ẹni lówó ló lára, orí mi má gbàgbé àdéhùn wa. Ẹ̀dá mi má gbàgbé àdéhùn wa. When you make it, there will be no need to flaunt it. They will know. Even your enemies will know without you needing to come out and rub it in their faces. In the immortal words of King Sunny Ade, kíkú má pọ̀tá mi kó lè ríran wò, níṣojú ọ̀tá mi dá mi lọ́lá. We go again to the Bible to translate, and the translation is exactly what the psalmist says in perhaps the most popular piece of poetry of all time. You have prepared a table for me in the presence of my enemies. When the time comes, we will know that your time has come without your needing to show us your houses and your cars and your jewelry every day. Dem mirawo. All right, that's it. I'll see you on the next one.